episode 66 of All the Books, the official podcast of the David A. Howe Public Library. I'm Eric Mickles.
I'm Nick Gunning.
And this episode is sponsored by Dreams.
Really?
Do you have a dream?
Oh, you don't want to hear about You don't want to hear about my
No,
dreams.
not like your dreams you have
like
in your sleep.
your aspirations.
Yeah.
Would you say? Okay. Yeah, brought to you. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
In this episode, we're going to dig in deep with the sequel to The Pigman's Legacy. We're really going to...
No, we're not.
We're not going to do
No,
that?
sorry.
We're scrapping that.
Yeah.
Because it's weird?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, how about instead...
Podcast, if you really want to get into the further adventures of Pigman,
Yeah.
we have them in the library.
Yeah, Pigman's Legacy, Pigman and Me.
Yeah.
If you're just tuning in for the first time, last episode 65, we did a Lonely Hearts Book Club, and we talked about The Pigman.
Yeah.
So, which apparently is like sort of a classic, I
Yeah.
guess. I've heard like a...
Not here.
No.
Not in Wellsville.
No.
Get
No,
it out
but
of here.
you know what, though? I think maybe we had another copy that was discarded.
Oh,
so it
jeez.
may have been skewed.
Listen, listeners.
May have been skewed.
We just haven't been checked out in a bit.
Yeah, that's right.
We're sorry.
Anyway.
Disclaimer on our last Lonely Hearts Book Club.
No, it's still lonely.
Okay.
It's got no love.
That's true.
So rediscover the Pigman
Yeah.
in closing.
Yeah.
No, today we're going to talk a little bit about the National Book Awards. We're going to talk about some books and movies to watch around the Thanksgiving holiday. Are you a big Thanksgiving movie? No, you don't.
I didn't know there was...
You don't
no.
settle into a good Thanksgiving. Okay. All right. Well,
I don't
that's all
care
right.
enough about... No.
I understand.
It doesn't... I don't get it. I don't get the
Sure.
atmosphere.
Okay.
It feels like any Thanksgiving movie is really just like a prequel to a real Christmas movie.
yeah. Or a sequel to a Halloween movie, maybe.
Sure,
They
yeah.
get over
Yeah.
all the scares of Halloween
Yeah.
and they just want some turkey
Yeah,
with their
bloody
relatives.
Thanksgiving, yeah.
Yeah.
Pass the cranberry sauce. Nope, it's blood.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
I
what
guess
do you...
cranberry sauce would also be maybe like your father's flanks. Like the killers come and flank.
Jeez.
No?
That's horrible.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to figure out what the horror movie version of
was
Thanksgiving would be.
Horrible.
Not Thanksgiving Day?
Anyway, let's talk about Bookmark, buddy.
Sure.
What have you been reading? What have you been up to? What's new in your world?
In general?
Yeah.
I got a haircut.
Well, okay.
Oh.
I meant more like, in the realm of books
Okay.
and other like media.
Let's see. I am reading the Bruce Springsteen book still.
Okay.
Slowly. I think I just need to commit to it because
Still
I
good?
feel like I've been reading it like with other things.
Okay.
And I can't do that anymore.
I know what
used
you
to be
mean.
able to read multiple books at the same time.
Yeah.
Like this is my home book. This is my work.
My
book.
wife does that. It's maddening.
Yeah. I guess I can't
I'm not
do
one
it.
to talk right now because I have a couple things
Yeah.
going, but normally
So-
I like to see it through.
And other than that, I've been in such a slump. I just have not been able
Okay.
to pick a new book to read.
That's all right.
I've gone through my Kindle. I've gone through my bookcases. I went online, the library, nothing.
Yeah.
So
I was worried you weren't going to say library. I thought you were just going to list all those
no.
other things.
I
but
did
okay.
grab off my own personal shelf. I have the fourth book of the Legend of the Five Rings Clan Wars book.
Okay.
This one is the Phoenix.
Huh.
So Legend of the Five Rings is that fantasy samurai.
Yeah.
I'm doing the universal sign for a
Yeah,
samurai
no,
sword
I got
shop.
it. Yeah, but thank you for telling our audience.
Yeah. So it's in the world like all the different samurai or different clans, like the Scorpion Clan, and they're
Okay.
kind of like
Scorpion
sneaky.
King?
No, clan.
Dwayne The Rock
Clan.
Johnson and the Scorpion King?
No.
Let's
there's a
watch
lion.
it.
There's a lion clan. They're like all about
The Lion
honor.
King? Let's
Okay.
watch it. I'm sorry.
And yeah, so I think I'm just gonna pick that up.
Scorpion
Because-
Clan.
No, I'm on the
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Okay.
The Phoenix clan. They're the
Right, I'm with
magic
you.
clan. They're
Okay.
the ones who tend to dabble in the dark arts of magic.
Whatever happened to that Dan Wells book, the I'm Not a Serial Killer book? Did you never?
I didn't get to it.
You never got to it.
I failed
Okay.
Halloween, man.
All right. Oh boy.
I'm like
Oh, boy.
Oliver Queen on Arrow. I have
have
failed
failed
this Halloween.
this Halloween.
So now we're on Thanksgiving, and I tell you what, I'm not doing a great job for Halloween either. I got to pick it up for Christmas.
Yeah, you mean Thanksgiving?
No, I've already given up.
No,
on
you said
Thanksgiving.
I'm. No, never mind.
What'd I say?
It's all right. It's irrelevant now.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm sorry that you feel that way.
Yeah, I did start watching season 6 of Game of Thrones, so no spoilers, podcats.
Yeah, they're not going to tell you.
Jeez,
Game of Thrones. Okay. I've never.
You should never
Really?
watch it.
I
You
probably
would hate
won't.
it.
No, I don't
You would
think
hate
I
your
will.
time. You would hate.
Have you read the books? I can't remember.
I read the first book, and it depressed the heck
thumbs
out
up.
of me.
Okay, thumbs down.
No, it was
Thumbs up.
fine. It just took forever.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just afterwards, I'm like, well, aren't we just a horrible species? Isn't humanity the worst?
Winter is coming.
Yeah,
Hey,
So-
I did it.
you did it.
I know. Thank
Yeah.
you. That's it. Any new music, movies, anything you want to
I
get
just
into?
said Game of Thrones the show.
Yeah, Game of Thrones the show. All right, that's all right. That's good. All right, thank you.
I just beat Half-Life 2 episode 1.
Okay.
What do you want from me, man?
That's
Come on,
fine.
I'm in a slump.
That's good. All right. Well, I'll make
It
up for it.
snowed out.
because-
I'm depressed.
Yeah, I don't mind the snow.
New music? What? No.
All right.
I guess
well,
I listened to Aladdin Sedan.
what is that?
That's an earlier David Bowie album.
Oh, okay.
So
Nice. Yeah,
we got some cool new music in
can
here.
go
We got
on
the
a-
Moana soundtrack
No, we
here.
do,
We're
yeah.
hopping. We're
I know.
relevant. And the Trolls.
Trolls has been super
Forget about
popular.
it. Yeah, Trolls was popular before
Yeah,
the movie came
I
out.
know.
Long before that.
I
Hype
also
Machine
got
was
us Beauty and
strong.
the Beast too, the classic Beauty and the Beast soundtrack.
Did you watch the trailer for Beauty and the Beast?
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, you're heartless.
What?
I don't know.
Not for any reason.
I thought you were
I'm
just
not-
like, I'm not gonna watch
No,
the Beauty and the Beast
no.
trailer.
There's a YA book that I want to talk to you about when I get there. But first, I think. Okay, here's the thing. Over the weekend, I read like 1 million graphic novels.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna tell you about them. All right, and then we'll jump on to regular books. Okay? Here they are. I read Black Panther Volume 1 by Ta-Nehisi Coates. Now, this has been getting rave reviews.
Right.
It's all over the place. People love it. I want you to read it because I mean you're a Marvel fan more than me. You like Black Panther? Yes, no?
Black Panther's a character that I like, but
Okay.
I've never read like any of his
Okay.
solo stuff, and he's actually hasn't been in a lot of stuff I've read. He stayed out of Civil War.
Yeah.
he wasn't.
He's great in the movie Civil War.
Yes, no, he's great in the movie. I'm excited for him as a character. I think he's a cool character.
Yeah.
I've played him in Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
There you go. That's all you need.
But no, I couldn't tell you
Okay.
enough about him.
Well, I'd be interested to get your take on this
Mm-hmm.
because it just didn't do it for me. I just didn't really feel like just kind of a failure to launch.
Him and the X-Men Storm
Yeah.
were married for a while.
Yeah.
So that was around the time when I started seeing him
I
pop
see.
up a lot.
Okay.
So
Well,
they're just characters who are like big name characters. Same thing with the Captain Marvel. Like I just don't know anything about her except when she was with the X-Men in the
I've
70s
read
and 80s.
very little Captain Marvel. My wife has read more, and she's always kind of like, "Yeah, it was fine."
Yeah.
You know, she never quite digs
Sounds
it.
like she's not a real fan.
I guess not.
All right.
I read Star Trek Volume 7 of the ongoing series, The
Okay.
Khitomer Conflict. Now, this is the first in these volumes where it's been one like cohesive story rather than individual issues. I kind of liked it. I thought it
Nice.
was a refreshing change. So we do have this in the collection, folks. So check that out. Superman Men of Tomorrow. This is a new Jeff Johns taking over the Superman titles with John Romita Jr. of Marvel switching sides and doing the art
Yeah,
for this one. So
for people who don't read comic books, John Romita Jr.'s been drawing comic books since like the 80s.
Yeah.
His first like huge break was on a Daredevil comic with Frank Miller.
Right.
And he's the son of famed comic book artist John Romita, who did a lot of Spider-Man comics, like just right after Steve Ditko left and everything. So
well, he does have a very distinct style.
He does. It's a very like heavy line,
Yeah.
blocky.
Yeah, a little bit
almost,
blocky.
squarish.
Sure.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
he also
not ultra realistic. It's
No.
very stylized.
but
Yeah.
it's also kind of energetic. Like it moves.
Yeah, you're
Everything on the page just feels like it moves.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of big like smackdowns in this one. He did a good job with that. But anyway, I know you and I are always talking about how there's no good standalone Superman stories.
Yeah.
And this is one that you can just pick up and read. It's a complete thing. Jeff
Can we
Johns'
just-
writing's great.
All right,
The
I'll
art's
have to check
good.
it out.
So yeah, please check.
Can we
that
just
out.
talk about now famous Marvel artists for the next 30 minutes? Just talk about them and their careers and how they relate to each other, where they got their breaks,
and then we'll
their
just
famous works.
edit it out and we'll
Sure,
post it.
yeah.
It'll
We'll
be
just
on,
lose
it'll be
all
on
our
the Blu-ray.
listeners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a deleted scene. Mm-hmm. I read the Shattered Universe, the new Star Wars graphic novel. This is the first thing I've read that's like right after Return of the Jedi. It's sort of bridging the gap, and it also pulls in things from the prequels. So it's another one that I would recommend that you read because I know you like those. And
Wait, you said it's the first thing you read this after Return of the Jedi?
Yeah.
What about everything from the expanded universe?
well, no,
man?
I mean in the new deal.
I got you.
But it has little threads
The
for
New
Force.
Deal. Who was that? What president was
That
the
was
New Deal?
FDR.
Yeah,
But-
so this is Star Wars FDR.
Yeah,
for
Star
you.
Wars FDR style, sure. But it picks up, it plants little seeds for Force Awakens, but it also, has a bit with like Leia going back to Naboo, so it brings in the prequel trilogy as well, and it also has the C-3PO special, which I know you're dying to find out. Why he has
How does
that
he get his red arm?
I can't tell you. You got to read it.
Is it good?
Anyway,
is that story good? Because
it
that's
is
why you
actually
wanted to
pretty
read
good.
that.
It is pretty good. The whole thing is good, so I would recommend that.
All right.
New to our system here, we have Mockingbird Volume 1. I can
Mock.
explain. Yeah.
Bird.
No, you forgot to say King. You ruined it already.
Oh yeah.
It's all right.
I just
It's all
said
right.
Mockbird.
It's all right. I know you did.
I
This
am
is
the
by
Mockbird.
Chelsea Kane, who's actually a pretty well-known author. She's transitioned over to doing this
What comic
graphic
is this
novel.
again?
Mockingbird.
Mock.
Volume 1. King.
No,
Oh.
You ruined it
It's
now.
over. It's over. It's over.
Mockingbird.
Yeah.
Don't everybody want to sing?
Man, Dumb and Dumber 2 was like the most disappointing movie I've ever seen.
Really? What about Dumb and Dumberer?
I've never seen it, but a lot of reviews said that it was better than Dumb and Dumber 2, and I would
All right.
believe it.
I haven't seen Dumb and Dumber 2 either.
You're fine. You don't need
Okay.
to. You don't need to. Anyway, Mockingbird was cool. It really was like establishing a tone, and it never quite got around to telling a story.
Right.
So and I know it's kind of a short run series, so maybe it never will. But
That
I
character,
thought it was really strong.
That Marvel character, Mockingbird,
Yeah.
is like the sole reason I remember that Bobby is also sometimes a girl's name.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I forget. And then people were like,
great.
oh, and Mockingbird, Bobby. And I'm like, oh, right,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
girl.
That's right.
Or a guy's name.
Here's one
Could be
that you have read, Ghosts, by our friend Raina Telgemeier.
She's not my friend.
Well, no, but we met her at that conference
Yeah,
a
she
few
didn't
years
like
back.
us.
Yeah, she didn't really seem into us, did she?
No.
That's
No.
all right. If we
They're
had
like, hey, we're from the David Hale Library. And she's
Yeah.
like, get out of my face.
Yeah, that's true.
You stupid jerks.
that's not quite true.
Okay.
But anyway, I liked it. I
Yeah.
haven't read anything else by her. This is the first thing I've read, so I thought it was
You haven't read
pretty
the
solid.
Babysitter Club
No, I
comics
haven't.
that she did?
No.
Okay.
But I haven't read like Smile or Sisters. Have you read those?
I've read drama.
You read drama.
And
Okay,
I've read
so you've
X-Men Misfits.
right,
which was the
okay.
X-Men manga.
And you like all those?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Ghost was surprisingly good.
Well,
It was
I
a
didn't love drama.
lot better than I thought. Okay.
Drama was pointless.
Anyway, oh, wow.
That's
okay.
right, I said it.
Look out. Boy, no wonder she didn't like you. All right, here's the one I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay.
I picked up a copy of The 100 by Cass Morgan.
That's a young adult.
It is
novel.
it's a young
It's
adult.
CW young adult
Yeah,
show.
yeah. The CW turned it into a show, which I've seen like maybe the first 2 or 3 episodes and was kind of like, bah. I thought the book was really good. It was really engaging. It's about a group of like survivors up in like a space station, sort of cobbled together, and Earth is uninhabitable. And they send 100 prisoners who are up for execution, and they're all, of course, in their teens. Down to the planet to sort of see like, well, they're going to die anyway, so why don't we see if Earth is habitable? So they're stuck down there on the planet. And so you have it sort of a back and forth between stuff happening on the ship, stuff happening on the planet. It was really well done. I'm
Nice.
surprised this is not more high profile.
That is very StarCraft like.
Is it?
StarCraft, all the planets that you're playing, it's super light years away from Earth and everything.
Okay.
Earth's not even in the picture.
Okay.
But all the characters are ancestors of the original colonists that landed there, and the original colonists were just criminals.
Huh.
Because they're probably going to die there terraforming
Right.
anyways. Why not just send all the criminals?
Yeah.
So,
Huh.
yeah,
Well, anyway, the book was really good.
nice.
And it's a trilogy. It's
No, there's a fourth book coming out.
coming out.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 3 books out.
So yeah, right. There is a trilogy.
100, Day 21, The
Yeah.
Homecoming, and then I don't know what the new one is called, but it's coming out this year.
Yeah.
Do you know
Or
what it's called?
January. I think it's March.
Oh, okay. Whatever. Anyway, I don't know why it sort of like missed the boat. It's not like I looked in our system to see if we had an audio
Missed the
book.
boat. How many seasons is that going?
No,
going
I
on?
know the show is pretty popular, but
Yeah.
like I feel like the book series has never really gotten much attention. Like I didn't know there was.
To be
more
fair, we don't have it. Yet,
That's
so
what I was
I
gonna
have
say.
to get it now.
Yeah, I didn't know that there was
I'll
even
get
more
it
than
already.
one book. And when I looked it up in the system, it was like 2 libraries
Yeah.
have it.
All right, I'll get it.
So it's crazy.
Get off my back. I'll get it.
No, I'm just saying. Like I wonder why do you think it was?
Oh, okay. So you don't make mistakes.
heaven's sakes.
Sorry, I don't
No,
know.
I'm just saying. Like I wonder why do you think it was like it didn't get swept up in that same like Hunger Games Divergent craziness?
I don't know. Maybe because it's good.
yeah, burn.
Sorry.
Well, I wonder if
Sorry,
like,
Hunger Games sequels.
maybe if it was just sort of like on the heels, like maybe it came out as those were sort of
Yeah.
declining in popularity, and it didn't,
Again, how many seasons
didn't get
is on the
picked up.
CW right now?
I
Is
don't
it
know.
second or
Yeah,
third?
It's going pretty well.
Pretty good.
At least the second.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's about to join Divergent.
Stephen King loves it. I'll tell you that.
Oh, okay.
Stephen King loves
What
it.
doesn't he like?
Anyway,
he doesn't
this-
strike me up as an arbiter of good
He
taste.
does tend to like a lot. Anyway, I would highly recommend The 100 by Cass Morgan.
Okay.
So my sister-in-law has read every YA novel. She hasn't read this. So I mean, that's how like hidden gem apparently this is. So read the book.
Which sister-in-law is that?
Amanda. We're gonna order this.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm getting the box set, man.
That's
I'm
awesome.
keeping the box for
You better
myself.
Don't keep
I
that.
am.
Do not keep that box. All right. I'm currently reading.
I'm going to
Leonard.
cut it out and put the pieces all over my wall around photos of my friends as we're having fun at amusement
Don't you
parks.
destroy
I
that
am.
Box.
Yep.
That'd be awful.
Oh yeah, that's just me at the beach, and that's the main character from The 100.
I'm currently reading Leonard by Bill Shatner.
Oh yeah, you were listening to it in the car.
Yeah, yeah. The
he's
audiobook
reading it, yeah.
is fun. It's like he's just William Shatner's just being like, "Let me tell you about my friend Leonard."
Yeah.
It's really good. I'm liking that so far. Then
And
I'm reading.
You think alongside me that he wrote that years ago, maybe, and it was just waiting?
Yeah, just waiting for the day that he can
Wait.
publish it. He's like, put it in print right now.
Yeah. Oh jeez.
I'm also reading Bloodline by Claudia Gray, which is a Star Wars.
Yeah.
And now, did she write Lost Stars, the YA?
Yeah.
Okay.
Claudia Gray.
And you liked that?
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
All right. So far, this has been good. It's like a Leia story, which I like. You know,
Wait,
get
did
those
you
very
say
often.
so far so good?
Yeah.
That's all. Because you said so far it's been good.
Oh.
But I shrunk it down.
I see. All right. I don't think you did actually.
So
Took
far
much longer.
It's been good.
I
So
also
far,
picked
so
up
good. No, I did.
What is Not Yours is Not Yours.
Huh. That's very
Stories
true.
by Helen Oyemi. So this is
Show me the cover.
yeah. I like the title. I like the cover.
Is that fire?
Sure, I
Is
think
that a hand turkey?
I think it's a little dog,
Oh, I was making a dog
a
shadow.
little dog
Yeah.
shadow, but it does seem like fire. I don't know. I thought the cover was interesting, and I like the title. So
Yeah.
it's short stories. I'm not sure that I'm going to stick with it or not,
You're
but
reading 3 novels?
so far it's interesting. Well, Leonard I've been doing audiobooks, so that hardly counts. This is a novel, and then what?
I can't even pick
What
which
is not
200
yours is
pager
not
I'm going
yours.
to pick up.
These are short stories, so that's different.
okay, sure.
Anyway,
I like how you
That's
said
it for
your
me.
wife reading multiple novels is maddening, and here you are like,
I know
this
that's
is short
what I'm
stories,
saying.
so it's
I can't,
better.
I can't complain right now. I used to
Yeah.
be a lot more linear. It's a job, you know. I always want to like keep up with the newest like hottest stuff, and then I also want to keep up with the book clubs. Then I have things that I want to read
That's your
myself. So
job?
I'm like bouncing all over the place.
My job is always shoveling coal. I think we work at 2 different places.
Huh.
I don't think I work at a library anymore.
You really shouldn't be messing with that coal. That's
I've
really
been
not
shoveling
for-
coal for 3 weeks
We
now.
we don't have a coal burning
12
stove or
hours a
anything.
day.
Shoveling them into what are you doing?
A furnace.
I don't think that's a furnace.
Oh, oops.
I don't think that's a furnace at all.
Well, it's burning.
oh,
It's been
boy.
burning for 3 weeks
Oh,
on
boy.
coal.
Security. Anyway, so that's it for our bookmark. Pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk New York Times, huh?
Yeah, that's right. We're starting with New York Times. The New York Times bestsellers list.
Hardcover.
I've got my email open.
Hardcover
Can we just
New
go
York
through my
Times
email
bestseller.
right now?
Yeah, let's go through your email.
All right, let's see.
Now we're going to talk about the
Adobe Systems is sending me some spam. Leave me alone, Adobe.
Wow,
There we
Wow,
go.
this
I
is-
called them out. They listen to
is
this podcast.
not
They
the
told me.
place, but
What were you saying about the New York Times bestseller list?
oh, we're going to do it. We're going to talk hardcover New York Times bestseller top 10.
Yeah.
See what's hot this very moment.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Hit me.
You want to know what's hot this moment, man?
What?
This podcast.
And that coal fire that you started. apparently.
Sure. Yeah.
It's
Definitely.
gonna be like
That's
Centralia,
very hot.
PA up in
Yeah.
here.
I didn't know. It's just a lot of like white fire.
Huh.
So.
I don't.
Because that's really hot flame.
I see.
Isn't it?
Okay.
Isn't that like the hottest flame? Or
I
is it
don't
blue?
know. I mean,
I always
we
thought white was the hottest.
We should definitely check it
Well,
out.
I want to find out because if it's not, I gotta
Yeah.
get more coal.
Something's wrong.
Number 10 on the
Yeah.
New York Times bestsellers list, you've got Escape Clause by
Yeah.
John Sanford.
Yep. Tim Allen.
What?
Tim Allen movie.
Right.
Escape Clause.
Number 9, Vince Flynn, Ordered
Hey,
to Kill, Kyle
maybe,
Mills.
Maybe we watch the Santa Claus movies this Christmas. Do a Santa Claus podcast.
I'm not gonna be here for
The
Christmas,
Santa
man.
Claus spin-off fiction.
I'm gonzo. Oh, we gotta figure out how we're gonna record this
it's
because
a
I'm gonna
Christmas
be.
season.
We're gonna have to record via Skype.
It's a Christmas season. Who approves your time off? Me. Me.
Just so I can stay home and watch the Santa Claus with you.
Yeah, and
Jeez.
record a podcast.
Number 8.
Oh, I'm sorry. You'll have so much more fun without me.
Sorry,
Not.
man. Let's see. So the
I don't
book
even
above
care.
it.
Whatever.
All right. So number 7 and number 8 are
Indistinguishable?
indistinguishable from each other in sales
Okay.
right now. So number 8 is The Award by Daniel Steele.
Okay.
Number 7 is new this week. It was This Was a Man by Jeffrey Archer.
Those are totally different. What do you mean they're indistinguishable?
Sales.
They don't even sound the same.
The sales.
Different authors,
The
different
sales
titles,
of the books.
different topics.
The book sales are.
Oh, the book sales are
Yeah.
indistinguishable, as are the titles and authors. You can't tell them apart.
Number 6,
So these
Small
are
Great
identical
Things
twins.
by Jodi Picoult. Number 5, hey,
Of Wonder
wow,
Woman
number
fame.
5.
Yep.
The Chemist by Stephanie Meyer.
Oh, Stephanie
Meyer.
Meyer of Twilight
Yeah.
fame. She's back, folks.
Yeah,
She's back with her Jason
this
Bourne-esque.
coming, right? The
We sure
Chemist?
do. We know
Yeah.
it's in. It's in.
Oh,
it's
that's
checked
right.
out. Yeah.
All right. I'm kind of surprised that it's at number 5.
Yeah.
Thought it'd be lower.
Stephanie Meyer's a big business, man. People love the Twilights. People love the host. People love less the gender swapped Twilight.
Yeah.
They hate the gender swapped host.
I haven't read the gender swap.
That's-
There's no
that's-
listeners. There's no gender swap.
That's only
You
on her
just gave a
computer.
whole bunch of Stephanie Meyer fans like a
Sorry.
heart attack. Like
I'm
what?
sorry, there's no gender swapped
So
host.
the boy has the
Yeah.
alien?
No.
Ah.
No, it's reversed. The human is in the alien. So it's not
Oh.
gender swap so much as like species swap.
Gross.
Yeah. Well,
So then it's just watching like a couple of alien jellyfish fall in love.
yeah. Yeah.
All right, number
Why
4.
don't you expand your mind, for heaven's sake?
You're right. Number 4.
Okay.
2 by 2. Nicholas Sparks. This isn't going anywhere.
We're not interested.
Nicholas Sparks is killing it. Number 3. The Wrong Side of Goodbye. Michael Connelly.
Wow.
So what side did we decide? It's the one it's the person who's being said goodbye to.
Wrong side of goodbye. Yeah.
Like if I say, "Hey, goodbye, Nick."
And I'm not ready to say goodbye.
Right, you're on
You
the
know,
wrong side of
but
goodbye.
You got all the
Yeah.
power, and I'm just like, hey, what
Yeah.
are you doing? I thought
Or
we were
like
gonna, I thought we were gonna watch the Santa Claus.
Now,
trilogy.
goodbye, man.
No, it's,
Bye.
It's
Oh,
Christmas.
sorry, you're on the wrong side, man.
It's the holidays.
Yeah. It's like a girlfriend breaking up with you.
A little bit.
And you're the wrong side of goodbye.
I wouldn't know, but you know,
You
it's probably.
son of- This is goodbye. No.
That's
All
what
the
it's
wrong-
like. Wow.
I'm on the wrong side again.
Man, I'm glad I was cool.
Were.
Yeah.
I guess I said were, but it sounded like I was saying you still are. But I meant to say you were and now you're not.
But I also said it in past tense. I said I'm glad I was cool. So
Number 2, Nick's favorite book because he's so cool. The Whistler by John Grisham.
no, I don't like it.
No, he's your favorite.
I didn't like
He's
it.
super cool, man.
Oh,
You like
man.
John Grisham's The Whistler. All right, number 1. Night School. Lead child. Jack Reacher, still in the Army, becomes involved in an investigation with elite agents from the FBI and CIA while balancing his night school classes.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna become.
I made that up. I
He's
made that
becoming
last
a
part
dental
up.
hygienist. Good for you, Jack Reacher. Hey,
How am I going to study if I have to work in the morning?
speaking of old Jack Reacher, that's something we should have mentioned.
What?
You and I went to see Jack Reacher, Never Go Back.
We should have never gone in the first place. Whoa!
Should we high five? Can they hear
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Oh, that was sick.
solid. Oh my gosh, I think you broke my hand.
Yeah, no problem.
That's all right. I tore a
I
ligament.
said no problem.
I tore a
but-
ligament.
Okay.
Anyway, we saw Jack Reacher, Never Go Back, and the first one was fun. It was.
I'll
it was
take
decent.
your word for it.
It was decent. Cruise was a little different than he is in Mission Impossible. He managed to like get a Jack Reacher vibe, even though Jack Reacher's 7'3" and Tom Cruise is 3'7".
Right.
But this one was just kind of dull.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Him and Kobe Smulders of How I Met Your Mother fame.
No chemistry.
Nothing.
Also, I'm not sure she has
Nothing.
chemistry with the camera.
Yeah.
It's pretty rough. And anything
Yeah.
I ever see her in,
Not
she
good.
just, even on How I Met Your Mother, she's always like the least interesting person in a room.
She's very plain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
she's
just
kind of-
doesn't, there's no like dynamic
She was
coming
good.
out of her.
She was good and sometimes good on How I Met Your Mother. I mean, she was always tended to
I
be
guess
kind of a
she's
straight
fine
man,
in
but-
like the Avengers movies, but
Well, she's supposed to be sort of kind of a flat, boring
yeah,
character there.
she doesn't, she never like, oh great, there's Agent Hill.
Well,
It's never.
but I think with this movie, even if they cast the most dynamic, like
Yeah.
super chemistry with Tom Cruise, it was just a dull movie.
Who would that be? Nicole Kidman?
No, not anymore.
Well, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe
You're
the
right.
maybe the anger
Enough
over the
time
divorce.
has passed. Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem I think with
Cameron
Jack
Diaz.
Reacher here is that we have two movies.
Mm-hmm.
This is book 20, so to shake up the core concept of he's a loner character just going around by
that
himself,
kid
that makes sense
in that movie.
That makes
was-
sense in a 20 book series to
Yeah.
like switch the premise like
Uh-huh.
that. In two movies,
Uh.
it doesn't really make sense that suddenly he's not a loner anymore. Now he's
kid-
got like a little family.
The kid was a terrible actress,
she was bad.
and she reminded me of a boring Anna Paquin
She was
from the first
so
X-Men movie.
petulant. Like Fly Away Home era Anna Paquin.
Yeah.
Giving Jeff Daniels some attitude about geese, I want to say.
Ducks.
Ducks. Okay.
Dork.
Sorry. Yeah.
right.
Anyway, so sort of a thumbs down for Jack Reacher too.
Yeah.
Jack Reacher one I think probably is still decently solid. This didn't hold water.
Yeah. Well,
I would
movies
say.
don't hold water.
No, you're
They
right.
can't. It would wreck the film.
Ah,
Anyway,
Okay.
let's talk about new books. These are the books coming out November 22nd,
Okay.
2016.
I'm ready.
Just in time for Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
because that's what you do during Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You read a whole bunch of books.
Yeah.
I guess we shouldn't talk about it right now. All right.
Oh boy.
We got Hank, The Short Life and Long Country Road of Hank Williams by Mark Rabowski, whose author picture looks like a mugshot. It's terrible.
Is Hank Williams Sr.?
Yeah, the one who died in the backseat of a Cadillac at age 29.
Huh.
Hank Williams, question mark?
Oh, okay.
So, did you
I
see
think
that movie?
Junior was around a little longer. Even Hank Williams the third did some stuff too.
Yeah.
But this is probably about Senior.
Okay.
The one with Tom Hiddleston as Hank
Yeah.
Williams? No, I didn't see it. Did you?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah, sorry, bud. I saw The Night Manager. That was pretty good. Tom Hiddleston, Hugh Laurie. Based on John le Carre novel.
Okay, here's another book.
Decent.
Sorry. The Daily Show, the book. An oral history as told by Jon Stewart, the correspondents, staff, and guests.
Wait, what?
By Chris Smith and Jon Stewart.
I knew that seems kind of tacky.
The complete, uncensored history of the award-winning Daily Show with Jon Stewart as told by his correspondents, writers, and history.
Huh.
That's what it is.
That's odd.
Almost 17 years. Jeez Louise.
John Stewart wrote it?
Yeah.
Man.
Well, it says forward by Jon Stewart.
Oh, okay.
By Chris Smith.
All right, so somebody else is writing a book about the Daily Show history.
I guess so.
Okay,
Why are you
you're
upset?
right, Chris Smith. I don't know. It just seems weird to like a previous host to write a book about the show. Well, a new host is taking over. Seems tacky. But if somebody else is writing
guess.
about the history of it,
Oh.
you know.
Seems kind of tacky to write a book about your best friend after he dies. No, it doesn't. That's nice. That's a nice thing to do.
Wow. Okay.
I'm just saying, when I'm gone, I want you to write a book called My Friend Eric.
I have a manuscript right here.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But
Can I read it?
no, you can't read it. But if you live too much longer, I'm gonna have to seriously rewrite this.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind.
Eric's life was fast and
Yeah.
quickly ended
Yep.
by an automobile accident.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, listening to Hank Williams. All the Gallant Men, an American sailor's first-hand account of Pearl Harbor by Donald Stratton and Ken Gear.
Okay.
You gonna read
A
this?
little nonfiction. No, probably not.
nonfiction. I always start with
I'm
nonfiction,
sure
you
it'll be
monster.
popular.
Yeah, it would be. Oh shoot! I just closed something. Carrie Fisher has a new book, Princess Diarist. Is what it's
Okay.
called.
I get it.
So
Yeah.
because she was Princess Leia.
Yes, she sure
Have
was.
you read any of Carrie Fisher's other books? They're
No,
like
I
all
haven't.
comedies.
I haven't,
A lot of
no.
them, I think, are just like.
Her talking about like pills and
Well,
Mark Hamill.
I think it's a lot of her stand-up stuff.
Stand up?
I thought she did stand-up. Somebody
think she-
said, well, not stand-up, but she does like a show.
Oh yeah, she does like one woman show. Yeah.
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 All right. Arcanum Unbounded, the Cosmere Collection, which I'm not going to read.
Okay.
It's a collection. It's an all-new Stormlight novella by Brandon Sanderson. I'm not
Very dope.
excited for this.
Oh.
It was boring. I'm not
Sorry.
excited for short story
Hey, I'm
collections
sorry,
of anything.
man. That's too
But
bad.
they actually do really well here. The young adult section, you can get a book of novellas for like the Throne of Glass
Uh-huh.
or the Selection series.
Okay.
And it will check out all the time. But
Really?
if I was reading those series, I would probably never do it.
Yeah. No,
Like,
I
no,
don't think I
thank
would
you.
either.
All right. Kathy Griffin's Celebrity Run-Ins. My
Good.
A to Z index.
Great.
Man, is anybody more annoying right now than Kathy Griffin? I mean, we lost, what's her name?
Joan Rivers.
We lost Joan Rivers, so now I think Kathy Griffin is the most annoying person on earth.
Wow. Take
So.
that, Joan Rivers.
Sorry.
Man,
Do you think there's a huge Joan
that's-
Rivers fan base right now that I
that's
just offended?
Going in the book about your life.
Really?
Yeah, about how you take out bad mouth, beloved, dearly departed
Beloved?
comic. Some people,
Who?
her family probably.
Well, sure.
I don't know. I'm not a huge Joan
Melissa
Rivers,
Rivers,
fan. I
I'm
think-
sure.
Melissa
Yeah,
Rivers
but
is-
not...
She's sad. Sure.
You think most people who turn on the TV were like, oh, sick, Joan Rivers. Can't wait to hear her tear apart those actresses.
Do you remember Joan Rivers in Spaceballs though?
Yeah.
Pretty funny in
Oh,
Spaceballs.
shoot. I forgot about Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
Joan Rivers
Dot
estate.
Matrix, right?
I'm sorry. That was pretty funny.
Yep.
Jeff Gordon, His Dream, Drive, and Destiny. By
What
Joe,
does he do
by Joe
now?
Garner.
He's not still
wait.
driving, right?
By Joe Garner. Forward by Tom Cruise.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Just like NASCAR, we just went in a full circle.
Yeah, we sure did.
About 500 times. So what are you saying? What is Jeff Gordon doing with his life?
Yeah. Is he
Didn't
still?
he
I don't think
host?
he's still driving.
Didn't he host SNL?
I don't know.
I don't know how
He
you can.
guest hosted live with Kelly a bunch of times.
I might offend a lot of people here,
Oh.
but I don't understand how you retire from racing. Like, how does your body just get too old to be like, oh, left turn, oh, another left turn?
Is this from your stand-up routine?
Yeah,
you do
sure
a one-man
is.
show.
But like, how do
You
you
and
have?
Carrie
Why do you have
Fisher?
to retire?
Why
Like
do
a
you have to-
football
well,
player,
maybe
you have
it's
to
just-
retire because you're going to break your back and get a
maybe-
concussion. You won't
Maybe
remember
it's
your
not
name
like
at 40.
I can't physically do it.
Right.
Maybe he doesn't want to do it anymore.
Huh.
Also, I mean, you're traveling around,
Yeah.
driving at top speed, going around the corner.
I feel like they should
shaking
add
up
some
your
like
brain.
scenery. Like we've got the technology, just maybe like a holographic scenery, so it feels like they're driving through different locations,
Like Mars.
Oh, I'm on Mars.
That'd be cool.
That'd be exciting.
I think they really probably should focus on
I'm just
going a
saying,
million miles per hour.
changing the environment would make the 300th lap exciting.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we're I'm underwater.
Yeah.
Look out, whales! Jeff Gordon's here.
They need that car from The Spy Who Loved Me that turns into a little. mini,
They need the Lotus. Yep.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right. That was a fun. You're right. That is in my stand-up
Yeah,
routine
that's
now.
great.
Looks like Jeff Gordon is the new shark.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What? I don't get
I
it.
gotta because he's underwater.
He's the new shark.
He's the new apex predator. Look out, great white.
That makes no sense.
Shut up.
That was so
All right, here's some
stupid.
fiction. Dying for Christmas by Tammy Cohen. Are you dying for Christmas?
Sure am.
This is a murder mystery, I believe.
Oh no.
Is that what you meant?
No.
All right then. That was a Moonglow by Michael. How do you say his last name? Chabon.
Only
Cabin.
Oh, okay.
Guy who wrote the Yiddish Police Union and
Adventures of Cavalier and Clay.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
he's got a new book, Moonglow.
Moonglow. I like the title.
Do you?
Yeah.
The
Makes me think of Bruce Willis
really because of moon.
because of moonlighting.
Okay, the cover is a bunch of matches that haven't been lit, which, if you ask me, is a match not doing his job.
That's true. Yeah.
So, here. No, we'll get to that later.
Boy, Joan Rivers and matches. Look out.
As Good as
You're
Dead.
on Eric's hit
Oh, this is a nonfiction. I screwed up my order. As Good as Dead: The Daring Escape of American POWs from a Japanese Death Camp by Stephen L. Moore.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that's definitely nonfiction.
yeah. Let's see. All right, what else we got? Nope, that's kids. All right, here we go. Cross the Line. Alex Cross by James Patterson.
Yeah.
Jimmy P.
Solo Jimmy P.
It is. You're
You
right.
don't get that very often.
So, let's see. Do you think when you name a character something like Alex Cross,
Yeah.
or you have to be like, this is every book has to be
you're
named after.
You're
it now.
locking yourself
Yeah.
into a pun.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like the David Weber's Honor Harrington series. It's like
Yeah.
badge of honor.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. What would it,
They're all like
we
that.
need to come up with a character then that can just we can just do
that'd
that
be
like
good.
murder, like David Murder.
Yeah.
And then every book is in as a murder title.
That's right.
There
Yeah.
we go.
That is perfect.
Yeah. All right. Murder by Moonlight.
No, you shouldn't. No.
Okay.
No. You shouldn't have tried. We all got the joke, and then you had to. That's okay. It's all right.
What if it was all murder?
Swing and a
murder
miss.
by like the times of day.
Oh yeah.
Murder by evening.
Murder by Twilight.
Murder by Twilight. Yeah,
Murder
it's just
by
somebody
Dawn.
being killed by a heavy
Yeah.
hardcover bag of
Yeah.
the Twilight novel. Stop!
This is a horrible way to die.
The Spy.
Team Jacob.
The Spy. A novel by Paulo Coelho.
Oh yes.
Coelho.
Yes. Probably most known for
The Alchemist.
The Alchemist, which I did not like.
Pronounce his
Sorry.
last name.
Boy, I don't know.
Paulo Coelho.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
know.
it's
I've
fun
never
to
had to say it out loud.
Yes. So, are you going to read this? You hated The
No.
Alchemist.
Yeah, I didn't like The
You're a
Alchemist.
monster.
Really. I didn't read Adultery or any of the other recent ones he's done. So
Okay.
I don't know.
Hey, man, I'll take you there.
Oh, okay.
A novel
Oh,
by Wally Lamb.
confusing. All right.
Isn't this a... I'll take you there. Isn't that a novel by Joyce Carol Oates?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, watch out, JCO. Here comes
know.
Wally Lamb.
Yeah, that book was sort of the Joyce Carol Oates one was a tough read and then ended really strong.
Yeah.
I can't speak for this Wally Lamb one because I haven't read it.
Yeah. You ever read any Wally Lamb?
No, I haven't.
I almost read the twin one.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called.
Yeah, I can't think of
Piece of Me, For What It's Worth. No, that's a Buffalo Springfield
I
song.
can't.
All right, here's some young adult stuff.
Okay.
Scythe. This is the first book of a new series called Arc of a Scythe. This is by Neil Schusterman. We got our copy on its way.
Okay.
So we'll see. The cover's pretty cool. It's very stark and dynamic.
Okay.
Wait, can I use those two words together? Can something be stark
Yeah.
and dynamic?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Two teens are forced to murder, maybe each other, in
Oh,
a new
boy.
chilling new series. A world with no hunger, no disease, no war, no misery. Humanity has conquered all those things and has even conquered death. Now Scythes are the only ones who can end life, and they are commanded to do so in order to keep the size of the population under control. So it's Logan's Run,
Oh, okay.
I guess.
I've never seen Logan's Run.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a fine film.
Okay.
Here's the quote. This was in the young adult section on Amazon.
Okay.
You'll have to tell me if this makes any sense. Tales from the Dark Side, scripts by Joe Hill.
Huh.
The storied history of Tales from the Dark Side winds even dark. What is this?
I don't
With
know.
this collection of scripts by Joe Hill from the never broadcast television reboot.
Of.
Tales from the Dark Side, I guess.
Oh. Weird.
So, but for some reason they're putting it in young adults.
Huh. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that series. So I
Okay,
don't know.
but we're talking Joe Hill as in the son of
Stephen King.
Stephen
Yeah.
King.
Yeah. Horns, not his most recent. But
Horns is a novel that came out
Yeah.
in 2011.
Yeah,
The
made into
Fireman.
a movie with Daniel Radcliffe. It's Probably,
Oh, really?
Probably why people would know it.
Okay, the Fireman is a new one.
Fireman,
that was doing
Nosferatu.
pretty well.
Yeah.
They put this in young adult too, but I meant to save this into my list to get for the young adult section. So I was like,
I see.
I'll just read it anyways.
Yeah, why not?
Oh wait,
Let's
no,
do it.
this comes out the 16th.
That's
Save that
okay.
for later then.
Oh.
Black Butler Volume 23. It's a manga by Yana Toboso. Black Butler is a very popular manga right now, and anime series.
Do we have it?
No,
Are
other
we-
libraries
are we
do
good?
though. You can if you come to our library. Eventually, it's just 23 volumes, and there's a
I
few
see.
other series we need to get.
So did the anime like make the manga popular now, or
no, it's one of
it's
those
just
things
always-
that's
it's
been popular, yeah,
perpetually
for a long
popular,
time.
and we just don't have it? I see.
Yeah. I'll get it.
Budgets. What you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
What are you going to do?
The king likes Moses, not Moses. I screwed it up. The king likes Daniel. I'm sorry, I was singing VeggieTales.
Oh, I see. All right. Is VeggieTales, is that still a thing?
No,
VeggieTales still going?
I not like it was.
No, not like it was. Sure, it
Yeah,
peaked.
sure. It did. Yeah, probably after Madame Blueberry.
Yeah, man, Blueberry's solid.
All right, let's get off that now. You know what? No, let's rank
Moving
all
on,
the
yeah, let's do it.
VeggieTales
Moving on
in
to our
order from
VeggieTales
best to
spotlight.
worst.
We'll discuss. Okay.
Yeah,
Is
obviously.
that it? Or is that it for you?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
we should just start a VeggieTale
All right,
podcast.
I know we should. All right, let's talk about what's coming down the pike here. We've got January 3rd, so in the new year, 2017. Your old pal Stuart Woods here to keep you company. Below the Belt.
Oh, boy.
Below the Belt by Stuart Woods, Stone Barrington, number 40.
Yeah.
I'm
I can't believe you said that. You're a monster.
sorry. I've read 4 or 5 Stone Barringtons. I like them. I can't believe there's 40. I don't know that I'll ever actually read all 40 of these, but they're quick, enjoyable reads. Here's a interesting one, maybe. Humans Bow Down by James Patterson. And I don't see a co-author. So
I'm sure they're just picking which one.
maybe, yeah, I don't know. Humans
He sends
Bow
them the
Down.
title. They send him a co-writer.
This is coming out in February, and it's interesting. Listen to this.
Okay.
In a world run by machines, humans are an endangered species. Well, that's not really anything new. The Great War is over. The robots have won. The humans who
boy.
survived have 2 choices. They can submit and serve the vicious rulers they created, or be banished to the reserve, a desolate, unforgiving landscape where it's crime to be human. And the robots aren't content. Following the orders of their soulless leaders, they're planning to conquer humanity's last refuge. With nothing left to lose, Six, a feisty, determined young woman whose family was killed with the first shots of the
Stop
war,
it.
is a rebel with a cause. On the run for her life after an attempted massacre, Six is determined to save humanity before the robots finish what the Great War
this
started
has
and
a
wipe
co-author.
humans off the face of the earth once and for all.
Oh, boy.
Weird, right?
Yeah.
This is so atypical for James Patterson.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
first of
also
all,
sounds-
he wrote it himself, so right there,
We'll see.
crazy.
Yeah.
Second of all, sci-fi, and also this reads pretty young adult. So
The other thing is,
yeah,
it just sounds like Robopocalypse
okay,
by David Wilson.
by James Patterson.
No.
Oh no, different. Okay, different.
Robopocalypse and Robogenesis. They're 2 books. Steven Spielberg
Oh,
is turning
yes. Okay, yeah, I know what you
Robopocalypse
mean.
into a movie.
I
Sounds
know
just
what you
like that, but it's
Well,
it could be young adult. He has written young adult books before. He's written many.
oh yeah, that's true. He has, or somebody has.
Yeah.
It's hard to say who.
No, I think he. You know what? No, he
Okay.
might have just started the Maximum Ride or the Daniel X stuff, and then somebody
got
else
it.
took it over.
Okay. Well, moving on to
Okay.
another long-running series,
Uh-huh.
we have J.D. Robb, a.k.a. Nora Roberts, book 44 in the old In Death series, coming out, Echoes in Death. After a party
Murder
in New York,
and Death, a
Lieutenant
crossover with J.D. Robb and Eric Mickles.
Eve Dallas rides home with her billionaire husband, Rourke,
Sure.
happy to be done with cocktails and small talk. After another party
so
not far
happy
away,
to be done with that party.
a woman retires to the bedroom with her husband and walks into a brutal nightmare.
Oh, jeez.
Their paths are about to collide.
Yeah.
Never read one of these.
Yeah.
44 strong.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
anyway. Let's see what else we have here. Let's jump over to large print for a minute. Now, some of these are Christmas, so I'm going to spare you the Christmas ones for as long as I can.
So next week,
Yes, and talk about Murder Most Howl. Yeah. Paws and Claws Mystery number 3 by Krista
but you can
Davis.
use fowl because fowl is for birds.
That's true. Paws and yeah. No, it's a cat and dog. Paws and claws, cat and dog.
Okay.
Murder Most
They
Howl.
both like chicken, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you could be like murder most fowl and have like a dead chicken on the
Yeah, but I mean this is about a dog and cat who solve mysteries, I guess.
murder most meow.
I
All right. So the dog and cat solve mysteries.
Okay. The New York Times best-selling author of The Ghost and Mrs. Muir.
I want to know, is there a scene where
meow.
the murderer realizes that the dog and cat are onto him, so he chases them,
Yeah.
and like the cat has to hold on to the dog's back as the dog is running down
That
the
would
street.
be sweet. The cover is pretty engaging. Let me tell you what, you have a
Hold on,
a dog and a calico
first.
cat. They see like a bottle of poison spilled over, and they're interested. Anyway, author of The Diva Steals a Chocolate Kiss returns with a tale of rough winter, spelled just like you think. This January,
R-O-U-G-H.
Wagtail, Virginia, the top pet-friendly destination in the country, is throwing a fun murder mystery weekend, but no one expected the real thing. Oh, and it also includes delicious recipes for owners and pets.
Great.
So that's a complete package right there.
Yeah, sure.
You buy it for the story and for the characters. And as a little gravy on top,
Yeah.
you can make pet baked goods.
See, the thing is, dogs...
You know what though? I'm kind
Okay.
of making fun of that. You strike me as someone who would make baked goods for your pets.
I did just grill up some salmon for my dogs.
There you go.
To be fair, they both have bad skin.
And salmon.
Salmon's supposed to be very good for dog skin. And it's also supposed to
dog
help
skin.
their coat, make it silkier and smoother. Nice.
Wow.
So
Well, the next time you're cooking for the dogs, give me a
I know.
holler.
I cooked
love
up that salmon. It was like,
I love
when's the
salmon.
last time I had salmon?
Wait, you cooked up dog salmon and you didn't even have any for yourself?
Huh.
I don't understand your world, man.
I just grilled it. I didn't like.
understand.
It wasn't a lemon salmon with mashed potatoes.
Well, I mean,
However, in the I didn't just give them salmon. I
Yeah.
put it in their bowls, but then I gave them some blueberries and frozen green beans too. It's all good for them.
are you dating? Is that
No.
what's happening? That's
I
a
can't help
romantic
it,
dinner
man.
that you made.
I can't help it. I saw that salmon. I saw that it was cheap for salmon. Maybe.
Yeah.
Is $10 cheap for salmon?
No.
Well, I mean, you get dog food, and is that expensive?
Yeah. You could get frozen salmon. That's a little cheaper.
I didn't get frozen salmon. It was
got the
fresh
fresh,
salmon, and
yeah.
then I
flown in from Maine by a helicopter.
fried it as soon as I got home.
That's great. Well, then may I recommend to you Murder Most Howl because it
Yeah,
comes
I
with
guess so.
delicious
Huh,
pet
I could spend
recipes.
10 hours over the stove for my
Yeah.
dogs. I mean, I guess I
Alright.
spent like 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm a monster.
Well, in the spirit of book news, let's talk about the latest award to drop, the National Book Foundation.
Can I say, though, my problem with that book series
Yeah.
is that I don't think a dog
pet. We're
and
back
a
to the
cat,
pets.
right?
Okay.
I don't think a dog and a cat are different enough in their skill set
Okay.
that it's that fun of a combination. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like most things that a cat could do, a dog could probably do too.
Yeah, well, I think it's just because they're natural enemies. So for them to be working together to solve a mystery, it's great.
Yeah, I don't know.
Great.
Like if it was a dog, a fish, and a bird, they'd all have different skill sets.
I hear you.
You know,
I
like,
hear you.
quick,
Yeah.
throw me into the river and I'll
Yep.
swim into the septic tank and see what's really going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it would be a
And I'll
different
fly
story.
overhead.
Be a different story. Oh, that reminds me, the National Book Awards.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's talk about
Sorry.
those for a minute. These were the 67th National Book Awards that were just announced. National Book Awards have been going. First one was 1950.
Should
the
we play
mission.
the National Book Awards theme song?
Sure.
You're the national books, the books of the nation.
I love it. The mission of the National Book Awards is as follows. The mission of the National Book Foundation and the National Book Awards is to celebrate the best of American literature, to expand its audience, and to enhance the cultural value of great writing in America.
Nice.
So, over the years, there's been many National Book Awards that you would probably recognize.
Stephen King.
No. But our old friend Joyce Carol Oates did win the National Book Award for
Which one?
her For Them.
Oh.
One
I guess
of
I thought
her-
you were going to say like Blonde or
No,
the Mulvaneys
no.
or
I
something.
think that Blonde was up there, but I don't think that it was actually awarded. But anyway, so this comes out every year. We talked a little bit about the short list a while back, and if you'll recall, Colson Whitehead's The Underground Railroad was on the list.
Right.
And Eric said, "Hey Nick, you didn't like The Underground Railroad. Do you think it's going to win the National Book Award?"
Uh-huh.
And I said, "No." I don't. I said, no, it's not going to win. It's getting a lot of hype now, but, it's probably not going to be remembered as this, like, great work of fiction. No way is it going to win the National Book Award.
Uh-huh.
With that in mind, I would like to tell you the winners of this year's National Book Award in fiction. Congratulations going out to Mr. Colson Whitehead for The Underground
Man,
Railroad.
I don't want to bring back past mistakes, but
Yeah.
this is the second election you've been wrong about.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, this one matters less. Let me tell you that. Anyway, the short list was the others here.
Words.
The Throwback Special, News of the World, The Association of Small Bombs, and Another Brooklyn. Colson Whitehead's The Underground
Who
Railroad.
needs another Brooklyn, huh? Forget about it. I assume that's what
Stand
Brooklyn
up.
says.
Stand up. Your stand-up routine, yeah.
Sure.
So, Colson Whitehead's The Underground Railroad won it. And you know what? The thing is with this book, I need to understand. I mean, now I really need to understand. So I'm going to put it on the book club list for next year. It's going to be our February book. After we read The Nightingale, we're going to
Black
read The
History
Underground
Month?
Railroad. Sure.
You're welcome.
We're gonna read The Underground Railroad,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna talk to the book club gang about it, and they're gonna tell me what they think
Sure.
makes this book so good, because I really thought that it was just, a book
Maybe you
about
should live stream
a
like
fiction about slavery.
You should live stream like an author visit he's doing and see
Yeah.
what the questions people have. Like, what made you think to tell the story
Yeah.
this way?
Well,
See what he says.
as you recall, my big problem with this was that there's this part of the premise is that the Underground Railroad is literal.
Yeah.
It's like an underground literal train
Right.
being like chugga 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 from place to place.
Right.
And I thought that was kind of fascinating. I thought like, oh, you can really do some interesting
Yeah.
things with that. and he just didn't. It just was never more than like a, that's weird. So I don't get it. I'm really puzzled by it. So, I mean, congratulations, Colson Whitehead, first of all. Obviously, people, including Oprah Winfrey herself, are seeing things in this that I didn't see, and I'm very interested to hear. So, all the books listeners, if you've read The Underground Railroad and you love
All
it,
the books, we take a look at the Underground Railroad.
hashtag tell Nick why.
Hashtag tell Nick why.
Yeah.
You better pay attention to that hashtag,
Yeah,
man.
I know, seriously. It's going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
You can find information about all of these books on nationalbook.org or on Twitter at nationalbook. So that was the winner for fiction. For nonfiction...
Do you know if we have all those books in the library? I know we have Underground Railroad.
We have Underground Railroad. The nonfiction winner was Stamped from the Beginning by Ibram X. Kendi. We did not have this one, so I've placed the order for it, so it will be here shortly.
Cool.
The Definitive History of Racist Ideas in America. The winner for this time. So this had some pretty stiff competition, including Strangers in Their Own Land, Nothing Ever Dies, The Other, Slavery, and Blood in the Water. All of these very highly regarded books. These are all in the system. We don't have all of them, but we can certainly get any that you want to have. We will have Stamped.
We know the right people.
From the Beginning coming out. We'll have this in the next couple of weeks, but it's also in the system, so we can get it for you somewhere else.
Do they do a young adult?
They do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hit me with it.
Sure. The young adult winner, or young people's literature, the finalists included Kate DiCamillo for Raimi Nightingale, Grace Lynn for When the Sea Turned to Silver, Jason Reynolds for Ghost, and Nicole Yoon for The Sun Is Also a Star. Now, I know that we have at least 3 out of 5. I'm not sure we have When the Sea Turned into Silver or Ghost.
I am going to have to look at the covers.
But we do have the winner, which is Raimi Nightingale by Kate DiCamillo. So congratulations there. Do you, in ordering, like, do you tend to use these as any kind of a benchmark? I mean, do you like?
I try to make sure that we get the winner
at least
anyway.
the winner.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I do the same thing. Sometimes, like for the most recent one, the Man Booker actually got us the short list because they were all kind of, and the Man Booker is sort of a different situation than this one. But the winner for Young People's Lit was Kate DiCamillo.
Oh, right. Raimi Night. We actually
Raimi
keep
Nightingale.
that in our juvenile section.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I didn't recognize it.
Okay.
Actually, and we do have The Sun Is Also a Star, and we have March Book 3.
Oh, great. Okay.
So.
Yeah, so it's the other two that are...
And the long list.
in the air.
Oh, yeah, Booked. We also have that one, too. And PAX.
Yeah. Yeah, the long lists are interesting, too. So I always find these, like, even if you're not going to read every single one, I like to look at the long and short list just to kind of get a sense of what's being pulled by these different ones. And I find often there's not a lot of, like, Man Booker and National Book Awards don't have a lot of crossover. So they all are sort of going for a different thing, I think. Whereas Man Booker is really focusing on, like, let's push this up and increase the sales, make this a big thing.
Right.
National Book Award is a little bit more of a retrospective. Let's look and see what's the very best in American Lit in 2016. So kind of a different approach to that. So they tend to pull different items. Finally, the awards given for this year for poetry. The finalists included Rita Dove, Collected Poems, 1974 to 2004. Peter Gizzi's Archaeophonics, Jay Hopler's The Abridged History of Rainfall, Solma Sharif's Look, and the winner was Daniel Borzutsky's The Performance of Becoming Human.
Whew.
So again, we will have this in the collection.
That was a boring section. The poetry
section? Yeah.
Sorry.
You don't. So you're not a poet. You don't like poetry.
No.
You don't read poetry.
No, I don't.
Okay. All right. I might read the winner. I mean, I've mentioned this before, but I find usually when I'm forced to read poetry for some reason, or if, there's some relevant reason why I want to have read it. Like I just read that Billy Collins recently. Usually I do find something in it. It's not. It's a very different experience, I think, reading poetry, obviously, than reading, say, a novel, because you're really sort of taking each individual piece as its own standalone thing. And sometimes, I'm impressed by how much people can say in so little. So I'm not familiar with this poet, but we will have this, so you can check this out. Again, you can find information on the winners and the long list and the short list for all of these, including you can see the show itself was hosted by Larry Wilmore, the awards presentation. You can see clips from the winners. You can see their speeches, all sorts of information about this and past year's winners of the National Book Awards. Again, that's nationalbook.org. Follow them on Twitter at nationalbook. You can check that out. I don't know what's the next award,
I don't know, the Goodreads.
Oh, Goodreads. Yeah, that's true.
Pulitzer?
Yeah, Goodreads is definitely probably the next one.
Yeah.
Definitely, probably. That sounds like a Hugh Grant movie.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
but-
I'm definitely, probably in love with you.
Yeah. A good move bringing up the Goodreads Choice Awards because this is the last week to vote. So if you're a Goodreads user, which is goodreads.com, social media for following your books, which, as Eric pointed out, if you're listening to this, you probably know what Goodreads is.
Yeah.
So congratulations. But this is the final week to vote for the Goodreads Choice Awards. I like the Goodreads Choice Awards because, again, it's a totally different batch of books. Though Underground Railroad is up for best historical novel in
There
the
you go.
Goodreads Choice Awards. But think about that. These aren't picked by a panel of judges or whatever. I mean, these are based solely on like user. They're the
Yeah.
People's Choice Awards
Yeah.
of books, so they do tend to provide a more maybe accurate look into what
Oh, yeah.
prolific readers are reading, what's
Yeah.
coming up to the top. So I do find that helpful. And we actually have a pretty good representation of the books in here. They tend to be a little bit more mainstream, a little more popular in the traditional sense than the National Book Award winners. But vote for your Goodreads Choice favorites. Some books I really enjoyed are on there. So we'll be talking about that whenever they're announced.
Okay.
When did they do that? Do you know?
No.
I know this is the final week, but I'm not sure when they actually, maybe January.
Yeah.
Whenever
I think
it
was.
is, we'll check back in and we'll go through these. But you can look at that on goodreads.com. Thanksgiving already,
Yeah.
right?
What a transition.
I know. It's just, I mean, we had sunny weather on Friday, and now
I almost
here
didn't
it
get
is
out of
Monday,
bed Sunday.
snow.
It was so
I
sad.
had like, if I had been drinking, I would have done a spit take when I got up in the morning. Because, I mean, I'd heard snow. I thought, there's going to be a light dusting of snow. This
It
was like
so bad.
This
so
was
windy.
like January in
Yeah.
Buffalo. It was insane.
My dog walks are getting much shorter now,
Yeah.
so it was very cold.
Yeah.
I try to walk them both a longer time for our second walk that day.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't as windy and it wasn't snowy, but man, it was just so cold.
Yeah.
And one of my dogs hates the snow, so he won't like go in it.
Which dog?
It's Scooter.
Scooter.
Yeah, so like trying to get him to like
Scooty,
go to the bathroom
come
outside
on.
is impossible because we got to find like a place where there isn't a lot of snow. He's so picky, it drives me crazy.
Yep.
Looks like he's pooping on the kitchen floor then.
Apparently.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, Scooty.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to hit you with most people have some time off. We don't have that much time off. Are you taking more time off?
No,
Okay. So just Thursday.
I'm just just
We're going to
Thanksgiving.
be rocking it. So yeah, the library is closed on Thursday.
Rockin' robbing it.
We're going to be open, all the other days. That's the
Yeah,
only
we're
day
gonna have
closed.
a big rush for Black Friday.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge
Yeah.
thing. We're slashing our prices. Everything must go.
Yeah. Where's your
So,
Stone
it's gonna
Woods?
be
Where's
great.
your Stone Woods?
Yeah, we're gonna be opening up at 10:00 that morning.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So,
yeah.
beat those
Yes,
rushes. That'll be
listeners,
great.
I don't know if you know this, but if you check out one Suzanne Collins novel,
Yeah.
you can actually check out the next two Suzanne Collins novels free. Yeah,
Totally
it's
free.
included.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I know it's a great.
and we
great,
have
great deal.
we have this new deal going on where for every time you check out The Maze Runner, you can also check out Divergent.
Really?
Yeah.
Does anybody want to check out Divergent?
Nah.
Oh, okay. All right, but they can. They
Yeah.
can. That's the choice. Anyway, we're gonna tell you a few things that you can do this weekend. Book wise, we're gonna talk movies. We're gonna talk books.
Okay.
So, why don't you hit us first with? We've been talking about books, so why don't you hit us with some movies?
Esquire, the magazine,
Our
the
old friends at
website,
Esquire.
the man.
It's
Is
just
Esquire a man?
No, it's just a website.
Okay,
It's just a
Esquire, the
website.
man. 10 great Thanksgiving movies to watch with family this holiday.
Uh huh.
They suggest avoid the political chatter and reveal family secrets.
boy,
Watch
yeah.
a couple of these movies instead.
Okay.
All right. I never really think of any movie as a Thanksgiving movie, as
Mm-hmm.
we've said. So, however, those group that make the movies like Mother's Day,
Yeah.
New Year's Eve, Valentine's Day, I'm sure Thanksgiving
Yeah,
Day is
they've
on
got
their
to do it.
list.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Topher Grace needs work somewhere.
Uh-huh.
So, wow, you handled that Topher Grace burden
Yeah.
very.
Yeah. That's all right.
All right. Broadway Danny Rose from 1984. Broadway Danny Rose
it's
is
Woody
Woody
Allen.
Allen.
Yeah.
It's a comedy.
I don't
Have you
know
ever seen this?
No, I don't know it at all.
Then we can't say anything about it because neither one of us have seen it. But
Oh, it's-
number two.
Oh, Woody Allen and Mia Farrow. They're very good together.
Okay.
Mia Farrow is just an odd actress. She just has that sort of like, she's compelling, but she also has like a quiet blandness that is
Sure.
surprising.
Okay. Number two on this list, it came out in 1994. Nobody's Fool.
It's got to be better than the book.
I don't. All
has
right.
to
So
be
this
better
stars
than the
Paul
book.
Newman as the main character who bored the heck out of us.
Yes.
Bruce
Sully. right?
Willis and Melanie
Bruce
Griffith.
Willis. Wow. That is
Dylan Walsh.
weird. That is a weird thing.
I don't think I could watch this.
This is based on the book by Richard Russo. It currently has a sequel. Everybody's Fool
book
is out right now. You can get it right now. So if you're a fan of Richard Russo,
But Paul Newman's gone.
yeah, he is gone.
So they'd have to recast.
Yep.
Number 3 from 1987, Planes, Trains, and
Oh
Automobiles.
boy, I haven't seen that in a long
Me
time.
either.
Have
I
you
think I
seen
saw
it?
it when I was a kid.
Yeah, Steve Martin, John Candy.
I can't remember. Like those kind of movies, like when I saw as a kid, I couldn't tell you if I think they're funny or not because it was so long ago
Yeah.
and my ability to understand humor was so childlike.
Yeah, I
So-
think this one's rated R too.
Ooh,
Yeah, it
what
is.
was I doing watching
So
it?
I don't know. Yeah, that's a weird one. All right, what else we got?
Okay. Dutch.
Yes, I know
1991?
Dutch. I know Dutch. Have you
Hold
seen
on.
that?
No.
Yeah.
What is it?
Oh, that's Ed O'Neill from like Married with Children or Modern Family now. His girlfriend's son is at reform school or no, like a boarding
I've
school.
seen this. Does he,
He
light off
refuses to come
fireworks?
home. Yeah.
And does he have like a ring
Yes.
that he adjusts?
Yeah.
I have seen this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, and so the boyfriend Dutch decides he's gonna go get this like
Right.
snob kid, bring him home to the moms for
Okay.
Thanksgiving. So it's a road trip movie. I don't think
Yes.
it holds up, but you know.
Oh, look at that. I've seen
Yeah.
it. Home for the Holidays, 1995.
Oh yeah, I have seen that too. That's a young
Aaron Bancroft,
young
Robert Downey
Robert
Jr.,
Downey Jr.,
Charles
yeah,
Durning,
yeah.
Dylan McDermott. Who's Dylan McDermott?
Dylan McDermott from like The Practice
Oh, good for him.
or American Horror Story. I guess
Okay.
would be a more recent.
Hey, another
Thing.
Woody Allen
That's a quirky one.
movie, Hannah and Her Sisters,
Oh,
from
Hannah
1986.
and Her Sisters is one of Woody Allen's best. That's a great
It
cast.
strikes me.
Michael Caine's in that.
Of course, Woody Allen's doing Thanksgiving movies.
Yeah.
He's Jewish.
Yeah.
He's not going to make Christmas films.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Makes more sense.
Has he done Hanukkah films?
I don't think so.
None of his movies
I'm
take
sure.
place
I
around
mean,
that?
that's a too broad a statement because there's a million of them.
Yeah, that's
but
true, yeah.
I don't remember any that are
Okay.
set.
I don't think
Yeah.
any are known. I don't know any of that are known like, this is his Hanukkah film.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, Hannah and Her Sisters. That's I mean, I guess you'd call that a dramedy. It's not laugh out
Yeah.
loud funny, but it is very. It's good. It's one of his betters. I would
Oh, yeah.
recommend that.
oh boy. Scent of a Woman,
Oh boy.
1992. That's
Yeah.
Al Pacino.
Yeah, and Chris O'Donnell,
Yeah.
erstwhile Robin the Boy Wonder, the adult male wonder.
Yeah. Have you seen Scent of a
I
Woman?
haven't seen Scent of the Woman, and I love Pacino, so
You
I need
love
to see it.
Pacino?
Yeah, I love Al Pacino.
because of
I guess The Godfather. He's so good in The Godfather 1.
yeah. So, but that makes you love Al Pacino in general. Like the other guys, not the other guys. The
Jack and Jill.
No, what? Oh, jeez. No, I was gonna say the one we watched with Christopher
Oh,
Walken.
yeah.
And Ed Arkin. Alan Arkin.
Alan Arkin, yeah.
What was it called?
Oh, I can't think what that was
The
called.
Something Guys.
Yeah.
Huh. Do you know at the other library I worked at, we had that copy, but nobody would check it out, so I started putting it on the like display every time it was in, and it was always checking out.
Really?
So that was a lineup people just wanted to watch. Hey, 1993, Grumpy Old Men, Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau.
Hey, you know what?
So-
We're showing that on Tuesday the 22nd at 2
Shut
o'clock.
your mouth.
That is our
Shut
senior
your
matinee.
stupid mouth. No way are we. Okay.
We are.
Cool. And we also
are.
have the sequel in our collection.
Grumpier stand-up
Old Men,
guys,
yeah.
by the way. Stand-up guys, Al Pacino, Christopher Walken, Alan Arkin. That's
Stand-up guys,
the
yeah.
one we're trying to get to.
All right. Hey,
Do you
1997.
like Grumpy Old Men?
Again, saw it as a child.
It's so funny.
I think I remember it
I
being
love both
funny.
of those movies. They're great together. I mean,
Yeah.
starting with they did one called The Fortune Cookie back in the 50s.
Okay.
They did The Odd Couple and The Odd Couple 2, which is weird.
Yeah.
Grumpy Old Men, Grumpier Old Men, Front Page.
Okay.
There's so many more. Do you want me to keep going? You seem
No,
really
I want to
interested.
read
Out
this,
to Sea also.
This
Jack
one came out in
Lemmon.
1997. It's
Okay.
The Ice Storm by Ang Lee.
Hulk?
Yeah.
Ang Lee's Hulk? In the
Yeah,
Ice
which is
Storm?
set in the holiday in 1973 Connecticut.
I don't
when
know. I
two
don't know what this
off
is.
families struggle with all manner of times they are changing upheaval.
Hmm.
Adultery and alcohol inevitably play a big factor in their problems, which are dramatized by his cast: Kevin Kline, Joan Allen, Sigourney Weaver, Tobey Maguire, Christina Ricci, and Elijah Wood. Actually, I think this was Tobey Maguire's big break.
Oh, really?
I think this is the one where they did
I thought
this,
that was
and then
like
he
the
did
Wonder
Cider House
Boys.
Rules.
Wonder Boys is later? Michael Douglas?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, thank you. Andrew
you-
Garfield is currently doing a remake of The Ice Storm.
there you go. Yeah.
That's not true. I made that.
And the last one they put on here is The New World
Eek.
from 2005. I've
Look
never
out.
seen it.
Look out.
Terrence Malick, so I'm sure it's just a bunch of sunsets.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
No,
Colin
that's
Farrell.
it's Pocahontas and John Smith. Right?
I've become a bit more keen for
Okay.
seeing Colin Farrell films.
Okay.
I've seen like In Bruges. I've seen Fright Night. He was in The Way Back. It's just a lot of like other films where you're like, oh, Colin Farrell's actually kind of like intriguing to watch as an actor. Mm-hmm. I've never seen Phone Booth.
No, I haven't
But
seen Phone Booth either.
I have seen Daredevil.
Yeah, he's great.
So.
Yeah, that's
Hearts War. I saw Hearts War with Bruce Willis.
He wants you to be telling you about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's what Esquire
The New
says.
World. Okay. There's one more.
No, well, yeah, that's a trailer. That's a fake trailer for a fake film called
I
Thanksgiving
see.
by Eli Roth.
That's fine.
That was in the Grindhouse films.
Oh, okay.
Because they had a bunch of fake trailers in that movie because they were trying to
Never
replicate the
mind.
Grindhouse feel. So in between the films, they showed that trailer. They showed one. I can't remember what it was called, but it was kind of like a Fu Manchu kind of situation, and the necromancer was played by Nicolas Cage. He's just there for a second. He's got the Fu Manchu mustache,
Yeah.
and he's just laughing demonically.
Yeah, that
So
sounds right.
That's where
That was just a clip from his everyday life.
yeah,
That
that's
was
true.
nothing.
That's where the Machete film started.
Okay.
In a trailer there.
I see.
You asked me, a man of God, to kill for you?
Funny.
I'll see what I can do. All right. We've got maybe about 5 minutes left.
Cool. All right. So let me tell you some Thanksgiving reads. Oddly enough, this list was compiled by Psychology Today.
Yeah.
So do with
I'm
that
going
what
to
you
add
will.
very quickly that Silver Linings Playbook would be on my list.
Thanksgiving? Oh, movie. Yeah.
Because it does go through the holidays. It goes through Thanksgiving and
true.
Christmas.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean, obviously we didn't match Son-in-Law by Pauly Shore, which Katura and I, we both love this movie. So
Thanksgiving?
yeah, it's Thanksgiving.
Okay.
She brings Pauly Shore home for Thanksgiving.
All right.
Her dad is Lane Smith from Lois and Clark. Great movie.
All right.
All right, anyway, general fiction, Thanksgiving Night by Richard Bausch. The Ghost at the Table by Suzanne Byrne. You familiar with these?
Yeah, the ghost of the table is your turkey.
Rude.
Oh.
Bitter Harvest by Susan Bowden.
Ooh.
Secret Affair by Barbara Taylor.
You know what a secret
Bradford.
harbor leads to? A bitter
What?
harvest.
Oh, yeah, you're right. The Thanksgiving Visitor by Truman Capote.
Oh.
Again, I tried so hard with Breakfast at Tiffany's, I just couldn't do
Yeah.
it. So maybe
Well-
this is a short story,
Well,
so maybe
hold
this
on.
would be better. But
I thought we both kind of liked it.
Breakfast at Tiffany's,
Yeah.
yeah, I get it.
Well, hey, man.
Yeah.
That's one thing we've got.
That's true.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Courting Disaster by Judy Edelson. Oh, it's a wacky Southern novel. Look
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Lay of the Lands by Richard Ford. You know what? I want to read Richard Ford.
Okay.
I haven't read like The Sports Writer, any of that stuff, and I really like to.
Go forward, young man.
So, and this is part of that series, Frank Bascom series, Lay of the Land,
Mm-hmm.
Richard Ford. Model Behavior by Jay McIlerney. The Harrowing by Alexandra Sokolov.
Ooh, that was
And
scary.
finally, A Patchwork Planet by Ann Tyler.
Get
which
out.
we just did for the book club. So there's all sorts
Would you
of...
count Patchwork Planet now as a Thanksgiving?
I guess it's. I mean, there's a big sort of pivotal Thanksgiving setting. So yeah,
Right.
maybe.
There's a couple of Simpsons episodes I would mention.
Okay.
So
Yeah. TV probably does Thanksgiving the best.
Yeah.
Classic Thanksgiving
Friends
episodes.
is famous for
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
Friends has got good Thanksgiving episodes. Well, the Psychology Today article goes on to list mysteries and romance. So if you're looking for some genre fun, and actually I might pull one of these for next year's book club around Thanksgiving time. So we'll see. So thanks, Psychology Today. You can find this and more at
Yeah.
psychologytoday.com.
Psychology Today is so excited for that.
Yeah,
Shout out?
the shout out. I know they are.
They want to know what problems led you to that site.
Yeah, really. Well, let's talk library news, buddy. What do you got coming up? I already mentioned we've got Grumpy Old Men, the
Yeah, we do.
22nd at 2:00, so probably too late.
All right,
depending on
let
when
me
you're
open up my
reading
little
this.
calendar.
Sally Murphy's coming back
not a
for a
little
Mod Podge fall craft class.
Yeah.
6:30 p.m. on the 22nd. Movies. What movies do we have coming up?
We got Kubo and the Two Strings
Kubo
coming
and the Two
December
Strings.
2nd.
Yeah, I really
That's
wanted to
by
see that.
I can never pronounce the studio that made it, but they're the ones that created Paranorman
Yeah.
and Coraline and the Box
And it
Trolls.
is claymation, right? It's not computer.
Yeah, it's stop motion.
Yeah, stop
Yeah,
motion.
it's crazy.
That's great. I love
So-
it. I wish that they would, like when Disney did Princess and the Frog, like a million years ago now, and did it hand drawn. I loved that. I was really
I know.
hoping
It was a big deal.
I was hoping that was going to be like, every once in a while they do that, but they haven't gone back.
Anime does it.
Yeah, that's different.
Okay.
That's not Disney.
No.
Disney adapts things into live action and then readapts it back into animation. Is that the new thing?
Yeah.
And then
This
they
is
put it in-
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't wait till they adapt the new Beauty and the Beast into
Yeah.
an animated film.
That's going to be so fun.
So.
Yep.
Well, they don't have to. With that, I mean, it just makes sense. Like they've got this. Somebody mentioned that a big reason they started making movies again,
Yeah.
animated films like Little Mermaid,
Yeah.
was because the VHS market was kicking off,
yeah.
and they needed to have a treasury of films
Yeah.
to sell for that, and they needed to have some new on-demand stuff. So they started doing that again. That led to the Disney Renaissance, and now these live-action things, it's going to be like the same thing. Like they're going to run out of you know, they're going to have to start making more and more better animated. I mean, they've been doing pretty good lately, but they're
Yeah.
going to have to keep it going if they're going to want to adapt all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But now, what? They've made the live action, they're making the live action Beauty and the Beast. Now kids who didn't give a crap about the animated Beauty and the Beast are going to eat it up.
You're right. That's
So-
probably true. Yeah, they're gonna go back and search it out.
Yeah, Disney knows what
Boy,
they're
do
doing.
you remember back in the day when a movie would come out like The Little Mermaid, and then it would not come out on.
You had to wait a full
You
year.
had to wait. No, it was more than that.
Yeah.
Little Mermaid didn't come out for
Yeah.
like years and years and years.
Disney and
Oliver
their,
and Company was like literally decades.
Yeah, Disney
Like, I
had
was
their
an
Soviet
adult.
Russia like vault.
Seriously,
They still do.
I know.
Like, no, put the Little Mermaid
Yeah,
into the vault.
exactly. So arbitrary.
Please, can I just buy the Little Mermaid on DVD for $20? No, vault.
Yeah, pretty serious stuff. So we have Kubo and the Two Strings, December 2nd.
Yeah, we got Minecraft Mondays every Monday.
Yep.
Hence the name Minecraft Monday.
Yeah, I like the
at
name.
3 to 5. We've only got 8 laptops, so space is limited.
You can't
so
buy alliteration like that, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
So be there or be. Hold on, I got this one. Be there or be square.
Like Minecraft.
I guess I should say be there and be square
Yeah, both.
because yes.
Actually, that's really good. You should trademark all the
yeah,
books.
be there and be square.
Trademark all
Oh.
the books.
All right,
We
so we got that. Tuesdays are after school card club from 3 to 5.
Yeah.
That's for teens,
Hopping.
12 to 18 for
Please,
Yu-Gi-Oh,
hopping.
Magic, and Pokemon, Naruto.
Yeah.
And then Wednesdays we have a teen anime club from 5:30 to 7:30.
Yeah.
So we started watching the new Dragon Ball Super series.
Okay.
Which means just new Dragon Ball stuff.
Yeah,
So everybody's
that's
super excited. And then, no, that's it.
Okay.
Kubo and the Two Strings.
Well,
on
the
Friday.
book club's Contemporary Classics takes a break during Christmas, so we're not having anything active right
Right.
now. We'll come back in January where we'll read The Nightingale, middle of the month. Page Turners is currently reading In the Bleak Midwinter, which is the first Claire Ferguson
Yeah.
novel
Okay.
by Julia Spencer Fleming.
Are you liking it?
Little bit of scoop here. We're reading this novel because
Why?
she's going to come here.
To the David A. Hale
to
Public
the
Library
David
in
A. Hale
Wellsville, New
Public
York.
Library. The ink's not dry, so take that with a grain of
shoot.
salt. But
don't listen to that thing.
that is the plan right now that she'll be
Wow.
coming here. So we're jumping in.
Wait,
that.
she'd
yeah,
be
actually,
coming in
this is
February?
really good. No, it should be coming a little later than that. But
Which so not in the bleak midwinter.
no, past the bleak midwinter.
Probably
yeah.
like the early days of spring.
yeah, the bleak mid spring. I
Yeah.
think is probably when she'll
The
come.
bleak mid spring.
Yeah, yeah. So
It's not that
it is-
warm
it's
yet.
it's very. I finished it actually. It's very good.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would recommend it.
All right. Have you ever read anything?
That's it, bro. Hey, yeah, I've read lots of.
No,
things.
have you ever read anything like that? You're like, this was the thing I wanted to read during Thanksgiving.
No.
Silver Linings Playbook is the only thing I could come up with. Nothing else for you?
Okay.
That's why
No,
when
I
you
don't
said
think
let's
so.
talk about books and movies and stuff, I'm like, Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So
Silver Linings Playbook. That's a good call.
I'm
though.
sure there
That's-
are a lot of books. I mean, the juvenile books are probably more so.
Yeah.
I'm sure the Boxcar Children have a bunch of Thanksgiving
Oh, sure.
adventures.
Yeah. Grandfather
yeah.
must carve the turkey. Yeah.
Well, I don't think they're British.
But in Thanksgiving they are.
Oh.
Yeah, they're really very proper.
Also, I think he's their uncle.
I think he's their grandfather.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know,
they are.
I know.
He's the grandfather.
Well,
Can't believe they lived in a boxcar.
yeah,
They had family, and someone let them get
they were
out.
afraid. They were
This is
afraid.
crazy.
Yeah, their parents died, and they were afraid of the grandfather, so they went into hiding. But he was a nice grandfather.
Yeah. He was
They didn't
rich.
Know. They didn't know.
Yeah.
They didn't know.
It's just funny how that concept changed.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be about, like, growing up in a boxcar
Yeah.
versus now they're the Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
All right. We don't need to tear apart the
we don't
boxcar children
care.
right now.
No, there's no need.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think that's it. I think we've done it right.
Yeah.
Let's
You
close.
mean Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
We've done Thanksgiving right.
Let's close up shop. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.